welcome. Thank you for coming to my presentation, Craigslist, Selling Successfully and Safely. As y'all know, I'm an avid Craigslist user. I use Craigslist all the time. I sell anything from car parts to old books or just anything lying around the house that I don't need anymore. So today I'm going to show y'all how to use Craigslist. But first we're going to play the color game. Now the objective of this game is to say the color of the word without reading the word. Y'all ready? This goes pretty fast. Now you gotta say it out loud.
Red. Yellow. Green. Red. Blue. Purple.
Blue.
Pink. Brown. Red. Orange.
Now wasn't that fun? It's hard. It really is. Alright. So now we're going to talk about Craigslist. First, let's brainstorm for a minute. And who can tell me who uses Craigslist?
I do.
You use Craigslist? What do you use Craigslist for?
When I was looking to buy a car, I looked on there.
Okay.
But I didn't buy one.
What about you?
Same thing. In jobs. Jobs number one choice. Number one.
Okay. Who uses Craigslist? Employers and job seekers. They use Craigslist. Business owners use Craigslist. Musicians and anyone who wants to buy, sell, or trade. Why use Craigslist? It's free, it's local, it's convenient, and it's fast and easy to use. Now compared to eBay or other online marketplaces, there's absolutely no cost. Whereas eBay, you'll have an insertion fee, you've got a selling fee, you've got a transaction fee, and you have all these fees, and before you know it, you haven't made any money. All the money you made, you've got to give back to eBay. It's local, meaning you don't have to ship it. No more having to go get your item, take it to UPS or FedEx, and ship it off somewhere. Now you can meet your buyer locally, and all you have to do is worry about gas. It's convenient. Now let's say you break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend on Friday. You want to get rid of all their stuff, right? Have it sold by Monday. That's how convenient it is. No having to wait to list it. Fast and easy to use. On eBay and other online marketplaces, you list your item and it can take hours before it goes live. Craigslist, it can take minutes. I've listed a few items before. Matter of fact, 2 weeks ago I listed some items, and within 30 minutes I was getting phone calls and text messages about the items I listed. That's how fast it is. And there's no software or programs you got to download to help you sell the items. How to use Craigslist? Well, first thing you want to do is log on to Craigslist.org, and you're going to go to the top left corner of the website and click Post to Classifieds. Second, you're going to choose what you want to do. Craigslist has a lot of options, like we talked about a second ago. You can post jobs, you can post your resumes, you can rent out a room, but for the sake of this presentation, we're going to be selling. So you would click the For Sale section, and then you'll select the category. Now you can sell just about anything on Craigslist. You got antiques, you got auto parts, you got baby goods, you got clothes, and you even have miscellaneous items for that hard to describe item that you might have sitting around. Anything you have, you can put on Craigslist. Choose a city or an area. Now, in our case, we're in Dallas, so if you were to get on Craigslist from here, you can click on Dallas, or you can click on Fort Worth, or you can click on North Dallas, or you can click on Mid-Cities or South DFW. You can select a general area. But let's say you're in Wiley. It's not listed on here. You can click any of these sections, Dallas, Fort Worth, Mid-Cities, but later on it'll give you the option to put your specific location in there. Create a title, price, and description. When you're listing on Craigslist, it's really important that when you're putting your title, you choose a title that's very descriptive and describes your item. And we'll talk about this here in a minute. But when you're choosing the title for your item, you want to put something that pretty much sells your item from the get-go. You're not going to use a one-word title. So if you're selling an engine, you're not going to put engine. You would put the kind of engine. Chevy 350 crate motor. That is a descriptive title. Same thing with your description. When you get down to the body of your ad, you're going to want to put something in there that describes your item 100%. The whole purpose of a Craigslist ad is to put everything in there so the customer wants to buy it before they've even had a chance to see it. Okay? When you get to price, there's actually a couple of things, and I'll show you some examples. This right here is an ad for a 1991 Acura Integra, and the seller put $1. Now, of course, the car isn't $1. The reason why they put $1 is because it means they have multiple items for sale, and they're all different prices, so they put $1. Craigslist makes you put at least $1 in your price field. You can't put 0. So this person put $1, and that indicates that they have more than one item in this specific example. But in other examples, they might have an item that they don't know how to price it, so they might be willing to accept your best offer. So they'll put $1. Or it could be a want to buy ad, meaning they're not selling an item, but they're looking to buy an item, so they can't put a price on it. So they put $1. So those are just the examples of why you'll see $1 ads. And then I'm going to show you an example of how not to price your item. This ad right here lists a radiator and an intercooler for $300. Now it says specifically in the title, radiator and intercooler, $300. So that's a really good deal. If I was looking for those kind of items and I saw that, I would click on it. So once I clicked on this ad, I read through it, and it's actually $300 for the radiator and $350 for the intercooler. That's $650. So this person right here has made an ad that actually it's false advertising. It's not a radiator and an intercooler for $300. It's $650. So it's dishonest and it's deceiving, and it can turn away a lot of customers if you do that. So whenever you're selling an item in your price field, you want to put the price that you're asking for it. So if you're expecting $50 for it, then put $50 in your price field. Don't put a lower price just to attract consumers. Alright, after you've done your price, your title, your description, you're going to want to add pictures. An ad with at least one picture sells better than an ad with no pictures. And an ad with 4 pictures sells better than an ad with 1. Craigslist will let you add up to 4 pictures. And I believe if you're selling a car, if you're a dealership anyways, you might be able to add more pictures. I've seen some ads that have more than 4 pictures, and they're the larger format than Craigslist usually allows. So always add a picture. Sometimes your pictures can sell your item better than your description can. Here's an example of a really good ad. This one right here has a nice descriptive title. They're selling a washer and dryer with a warranty. So since it has a warranty, I'm going to assume it's brand new, so that tells me a little bit something about it. And if it's not brand new, it's at least slightly used. And they're willing to deliver it for free. That right there is going to make me click on it. If that was an item I was in the market for, that is a really good title. It almost sells the item for me, or for them. Once you click on it, you'll see that it's a super capacity. So it tells you right there what kind of washer and dryer it is, what size it is. It even tells you the brand. And then it goes on to tell you specific instructions. Now this is something some sellers do and some sellers don't do. It's optional. If you're selling an item and you know for a fact you're going to have special instructions for that item, like this person, they don't want to deliver upstairs or to an apartment. It's okay to put something like that in there. You're not going to turn away any customers. Well, you will, but you're not going to start receiving phone calls from people you know you can't sell to. You're automatically eliminating people that you don't plan to sell to anyways. So by putting something like that in there, that can save you a lot of time, and it can also save time for the people who are looking for that item. And they've got multiple pictures in here, which is going back to what I've said about pictures. You always need at least 1 picture, and if you've got more than 1, that's even better. Alright, when you're creating your ad, have a descriptive title. This goes back to what I just said. Here's an example right here where I took 2 ads that were posted recently, and this one says refrigerator, 1 word, and this one is a refrigerator as well, but it tells you exactly the color, the size, the brand, you know, that has a warranty. It's side by side. That one is the one that I'm more likely to click on. Double check your spelling. Your title and your description are going to sell your item right off the bat. That's your first impression of you and your item. So when you have a misspelled word in your title or in your description,